I'm going to say there's a 99% chance that Jose knows the woman on the phone with us for a second date.
Oh, nice.
What?
Hey, Mom. Hey, I love you.
No, it's going to be some listener that you had a one-night thing with, and she's mad.
When I say he knows her, I mean she's a model on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Okay.
Sorry, I shouldn't just say Instagram model, because apparently she does work in magazines and other publications all over the world.
Oh, cool.
Her name's Lisa, and she emailed the show saying she just had the wildest first date of her life.
What?
And she needs help getting back in touch with the guy. So, Lisa, we'll get to your wild date in just a second. But first things first, why haven't you responded to any of Jose's DMs?
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Jose. I have a lot of DMs all the time.
Okay,
Oh
but
my
that's why
God.
you're calling, though, to talk to me right now, right? You just called?
This is your response to him.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll try talking to you when I have more time.
That was
okay.
that hurt.
She's playing hard to get with you, Jose. I would say keep trying.
Thanks, bro.
How are you a hot model and you need our help in the dating world? I thought that just comes easy to you people.
First red flag.
I mean, it comes easy, but I'm prone to making mistakes.
Okay.
Oh,
That makes
even
sense.
better, you're a clumsy model. I mean, this is what romantic comedies live for.
Absolutely. And this could be a confidence boost to everybody on this show. So go ahead and tell us about the guy that you want us to call today and where you met him.
Yeah, well, this is a pretty crazy story. It actually all happened a few weeks ago when I was in Cabo, St. Lucas for like this modeling gig that I had going on.
You were good at Spanish too, aren't you?
Cabo St. Lucas. Apparently,
I went to Cabo.
when you're a model, you don't need to know where you're taking
Yeah,
photos.
all
You
right.
just need to take off your clothes and then get in front of that camera.
So you're in Mexico for a shoot, is what you're saying?
Exactly. And I had such like a beautiful place to stay, and I was just getting settled in my room when I walked onto my patio and I saw this beyond handsome guy.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, okay.
So you're standing out there pretending to look at the view when really you're spying on him, trying to figure out if there's a woman in the room with him.
I mean,
Another view.
I was just in awe of the way he looked. Like, I take good care of myself, but this guy just had such natural beauty to him.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So you hopped the balcony.
Yeah. How did you start the interaction between you and this guy? What is his name, by the way?
His name is Ryan.
Okay, so how did you and Ryan start interacting?
I definitely wanted to introduce myself, and I did right away.
Good.
We started talking. I even invited him into my room just to chat. We didn't do anything at that point, but we were just chatting.
So wait, this guy's single on top of being hot and right next to you.
Yes.
Oh, my.
Wow.
What's going on?
I don't know what kind of gods you prayed to at some point, but you got all the good genes and they even
Yes.
placed a hot guy next to you.
So you and Ryan are in your hotel room together, and what happens?
Well, we set all these different activities for us to do together. I mean, I was working a lot, but every time I wasn't working, I made sure that I was spending time with him.
I like that.
I just think
Wow.
that's so crazy. So you guys are just like, you start talking and you connect. You're both there by yourselves, essentially. And you're what, taking some dune buggies out in the Mexican
you have
rainforest?
no idea. Oh, it was awesome. But like I said, I'm prone to mistakes, and by the end, things just went downhill, unfortunately.
I feel like your downhill isn't downhill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what happened? You get a pimple?
No, it was actually totally my fault. I kind of hooked up with my photographer.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
geez.
That tends to happen.
Yeah.
And what did he hear? How did he find out?
Well, I'm an honest person, so I just went up to him and I told Ryan that that's what happened, and I apologized. And I hope that we could have moved past it, but unfortunately, no. Like, he felt the same way that I felt about him, and he was really crushed, and he stopped talking to me.
Aw, yeah. Well, and I feel like
Well,
the
and it's
model and the photographer, that
you were
always
dating.
happens.
Well, yeah, right. You weren't dating. You weren't in a relationship. And you didn't owe it to him to tell him, like, I slept with my photographer. Like, you guys had no commitment at that
Still
point.
not fun to hear.
Oh, and yeah, what happened with the photographer? Like, how did that happen? Is it a male photographer? Is it a female
Oh my
photographer?
God, Jeffrey. Are you just trying to live out whatever
question.
I just want to
fantasy-
know the circumstances.
Great question.
Yeah, it's a male photographer.
Oh, okay.
I'd known him for a few years. I'd worked with him on other shoots before. We've just been really close, and we have fun together. And I didn't really think much of it when it happened, but
So is that something that happens a lot? You hook up with a lot of the photographers just casually because you're friends?
It happens in modeling.
In the modeling world?
Yeah, and working is really stressful. Like, the days are very long, and even though everything looks so glamorous when you see the end product, it's a lot harder than it looks.
How come none of us hook up after long, hard days of work?
I was just going to say, I'm always stressed out at the end of radio, and, well, I have slept with many people.
Okay. So it
maybe I
pans
get
out.
it.
All right,
Yeah.
so sorry. So let's bring it back to you and Ryan. You told Ryan about the photographer, and he was upset. How did you guys leave things?
On a really bad note. He stopped talking to me. He went his own way. He completely ignored me, and I had to leave pretty quickly after that. So once I got home, I just kept thinking about Ryan, and I knew that he's the type of guy that I wanted to be with, and I could potentially even see myself marrying him one day, and I felt like I ruined the whole situation.
So do you guys live anywhere close to each other?
Well, semi-close, but not exactly in the same city.
Okay. So there is a chance for you to see each other, I guess, is my question.
Yeah, if he'll let me.
Or until
Okay.
my next photo shoot in the
Yeah.
Galapagos. So if he shows up, it'll be crazy.
He
Yeah.
must be beautiful if he's got a model begging to see him again. And he's just
True.
like, eh.
All right, Lisa, we're going to try and help you out with this. We're going to play a song.
Okay.
We're going to come back. While that's happening, Jose and I are going to go out into the hallway, and we're going to look up your photos on Instagram.
Yeah, you just gotta follow.
Just because we're very thorough in our work here. We want to know the people that we're working with. And when we come back, we'll make your second date phone call
And
to
if
Ryan.
it doesn't work out, I'm still here, baby.
Feel free to block them.
I'm glad she found two men she can trust.
That's right. You can trust us. We're going to do it right after this. Hold on, okay?
Okay.
If you're just joining us for the second date, we're on the phone with Lisa, whose two favorite things to do in life are modeling in exotic locations around the world and listening to our morning show.
Wow.
Yeah!
What a combination.
You don't hear that every day.
Just like all
Yeah.
models.
That's right.
Yes.
And Lisa, I got to tell you, we've been getting texts to our message board already calling you a cheater. But I feel like I need to clarify here because it's not like you were in a relationship with this guy, Ryan, who you met while you were in Mexico. You just went out on some exotic dates with him there, hooked up with your photographer once in between, and then Ryan got upset about that. Man, you're right. Being a model is busy.
Oh, very hard to fit it all in the schedule.
I don't know how you do it,
hook up with
Lisa.
in paradise.
Yes.
Ah,
So many options.
so hard.
But you said you and Ryan didn't leave things on the best note. And ever since you've gotten back, you have not been able to get a hold of him, right?
Yeah, it's been really difficult for me because I'm just thinking about everything that I could have done better in that situation. So I really want to get him back.
Well, you can also think about what he could have done better, right? Like,
Yeah.
you were super honest, which is a good sign from somebody because you
That's
didn't
true.
have to tell him.
That's really true.
I would
didn't think
not
of
have.
that.
I mean, you didn't
You're
owe him
blaming
anything.
Ryan in this?
I'm just saying, like, he could have acted like an adult too. Like, they're not in a relationship. It's like
sounds a
that's
little
what
sensitive.
dating is.
Yes.
right.
Figuring out how it's the guy's fault all the time. That is dating.
No, I
I'm
think
just
I'm
saying.
in between.
I think there's hope. That's all I'm saying.
There is.
and
Yeah.
don't take all the blame.
Okay, as long as you haven't hooked up with the photographer again after Mexico.
Why
Did
would
that
that
happen,
matter?
Lisa?
This guy's not even talking to her.
I'm saying it's not going to help her case if she continues to hook
Just
up with the
don't
photographer.
say anything. Don't answer this question.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's
I haven't hooked up with him, so don't worry about that.
Good.
I'm just really, really hoping this will work out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
But
focus on
it'd be
Ryan.
fine if you did. But okay.
Okay. All right.
Brooke,
Now,
calm down.
I think we're ready. We're going to dial Ryan's phone number and try and get your second date. Are you ready, Lisa?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Oh.
here we
Good
go.
luck.
Hello.
Hi, is this Ryan?
This is him. Yes.
Okay.
He does sound hot.
Brooke,
Uh,
I apologize. That's my female co-host. Her name's Brooke.
Hi, Ryan.
You're on a morning radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the
Sounds
morning
so
right
desperate, bro.
No, I'm just.
And just so you know, Ryan, she is married.
Oh yeah, I don't want you at all.
She's trying to act like she don't care.
I've just never been
It's
around
hard to
so many
get.
beautiful people all at one time.
Hey, what are you talking about? That was unnecessary and rude. Okay, Ryan, I'm sorry. Are you still there?
yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
So, we're doing something on our show called a second date. Have you ever heard of anything like that before?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, most hot people haven't heard of it. So,
Oh, hey.
this checks out.
Yeah, we're for the uggos only.
Yeah. And the
That's how
reason
we promote
the
our
reason that
show.
we're calling you hot a lot, Ryan, is because one of our listeners, Lisa, told us that you were.
No, she said you were beautiful. I mean, if we were gonna say,
Yeah.
if we're gonna be specific, she said
Okay.
you were a beautiful man.
Can you confirm?
I can just say I appreciate the compliment.
Okay, there we
right.
go.
Humble.
That's what beautiful people say.
Yeah, it is.
Didn't phase him.
No,
So
he's like,
figuring
oh,
it.
God,
You
here
see
we
that,
go.
You hear that laugh too,
Yeah.
right?
It's like, yeah, I am.
So,
Yeah.
obviously, you remember Lisa from Mexico, right? She was a model, and you guys stayed in the same hotel.
It sounds like you guys went on a lot of adventures together.
And afterwards, you're not responding to any of her texts or her phone calls. And she's wondering why.
I honestly don't know how much I could tell you guys, to be honest with you.
I mean, if it has to do with Lisa, she's a pretty open book and she listens to our show all the time. I mean, she knows that when you participate in a second date, there could be information that is shared that maybe isn't the most flattering.
Did she tell you what she did?
Yeah.
And yeah, she told
Right,
us
do
who
you
she
mean-
did.
Yeah. Who? Are you talking about the photographer hookup?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys weren't, and you weren't dating. Like, we can understand both sides. You can see her side too. She's in Cabo.
I understand what you're saying, but it was a very intense moment, and it was we were falling for each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I can see why it hurts, man.
it felt like you guys had a relationship, even though you had just met.
Correct.
like when you
Okay.
have that
Okay.
connection, you're
Yeah.
right. It's almost like you've known her forever. When people say that all the time.
So you're saying that you feel betrayed by her, you don't trust her?
Yeah, I'm in a very pivotal point in my life right now, and I can't have somebody that's not 100% with me on my side. I might be rash, but I need to have the right kind of people around me.
I support that, bro. That's a mature thing to say, actually.
Is that an invitation? Because I am so down, bro. I'm on your side wherever you want to go. You want to go to Cabo,
loyal.
Tokyo, wherever.
I appreciate that.
Jeff
Yeah.
Oh,
Hardy,
okay.
So, Ryan, you just can't look past the whole she slept with her photographer thing. There's no way for you to work past that.
That is a piece to the puzzle, yes.
Is there more to the puzzle?
In vague terms, I can tell you that I recently sold my company. I'm involved in tech, and I was paid very handsomely to hand over the rights to my company. And
Congrats.
it felt like I was pulling on the universal cord, and I was supposed to be there at that moment and at that time. And when we met each other, that's what I was feeling. And then when she told me she slept with a photographer that she had known, I need to be guarded with myself, and especially with the kind of
Yeah, dude.
money that we're talking about. I don't want to be around people that I can't trust.
Dude, he's got at least $1,000.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
handsome and rich.
I feel like a lot of people hook up with whoever though until you say not to. I mean, is that just me? Like,
Yeah, but when you're rich, like what he's saying is he's got to protect everything around him. He has to trust everyone by him.
I know.
because
I
they
could
can take advantage.
honestly, I could argue both sides. I could argue why you should be together and why you shouldn't be together.
I think you're good doing your own thing, bro.
Whoa.
I like your decision.
This is not
So-
very
I don't
helpful.
think
Are
that's
you-
the
Leave
point
her
of our
to me.
call.
Are you saying that there is no chance that you could ever change your mind, even if she was to tell you directly that she's 100% in with you?
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's
What?
always going to come up in my head. I have to be
Yeah.
honest with that. And I'll never fully trust her, and I can't hold her hostage to me not trusting her in a relationship.
Well, maybe this
I
will,
feel you, bro.
Ryan. Maybe this will make you trust her more because I need to tell you she's been secretly listening on the other line,
Secretly.
and she wants to talk to you.
No, that doesn't help.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't, Lisa. Come on.
Hi, Ryan. I've been thinking about you a lot, and I felt really bad about what I did to you. But that was just a mistake, okay? I was just in the heat of the moment. I'm not always like that. I have so much more to me than that. And we had such a good time together. I don't know why you have to throw that all away.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was me that threw it away. I think it was your decision making, and
Wow.
you knew that at the time. And you decided,
Wow.
hey, I could be happy with somebody and potentially grow a genuine relationship with them, or I could sleep around. You chose to sleep around.
You can't forgive me for one thing. You sound like you've been hurt by someone else before, or you have mommy issues. I don't know.
Mommy issues. It is Ryan, you're putting a lot of pressure on this. I mean, it wasn't, I know you guys had this crazy connection, but it wasn't a relationship yet. I mean, how many days did you guys hang out together?
It was 4
Literally
days
just
total.
I mean,
I mean,
fo-
4 days spending every hour together, possibly. That's like.
Not every hour. There's the stuff in between.
That's right. There
You
was
know.
there was the 2
Yeah.
hours with the photographer, but I mean that's a lot of time spent building a connection with someone, putting your trust into somebody.
Yeah,
I could
but-
see what he's saying.
But sometimes maybe she's scared. Maybe she's like, "Whoa, this is so much so fast," and in her mind, maybe it was too much, and she just wanted to ruin it. People are scared of that type of intense commitment, and maybe she just needed a minute to breathe before she was ready to move on with you,
Breathe
Ryan.
very, very heavily
Oh,
for a few
I
seconds.
know.
Yeah, Ryan, you should really put yourself in someone else's shoes for once. Everything was moving very fast with you.
Yeah.
So don't expect you're going to get some big commitment from me. Like right now, I want us to take the time to grow with each other, but
Yeah.
like just give me a chance.
What do you say, Ryan?
You're not going to find anybody better.
Well, okay.
That's not a good line.
Let's delete. Just pretend you didn't hear that
Yeah.
last line. But Ryan, she's owning up to it. She's trying to be honest with you.
She does need to work on her apologizing. I agree.
Yeah, you're not willing to give her one more shot to prove to you that she's the type of woman that you deserve.
My relationships need to be sound.
Yo,
So that
Tom.
being said, I can't agree to seeing you any further.
Aw.
So
Didn't work out for a beautiful
You
person.
sell a company and you're too good for models.
I'm sorry, Lisa. I guess we're not going to get a second date for you here.
I have a feeling you'll bounce back.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I hope so. This is so disappointing, but whatever. Like, I'll get better. It's not a big deal.
At Hilarious Jose, I have a blue check mark.
Yeah, and make sure to call your photographer after this. I'm sure he'll know what to say to you to make you feel better.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
That was easy enough.
There it is.